Spider-Man Homecoming is one of the best Spider-Man movies I have seen so far, and that's coming like a big deal for me because I've grown up with Spider-Man. I'm still growing up with Spider-Man, obviously, since I'm so young. And I remember I had this Spider-Man plushie, and it was awesome. And I was squeezing in and say, "I'm your favorite neighborhood wall crawler." That was just one of the best things I've ever had. I've always been a big fan of Spider-Man. So when the Spider-Man movies came out, I was all for it. I saw it in theaters. I can't remember if I saw a second one in theaters because, Spider-Man did come out, the Tobey Maguire ones, they come out a long time ago when I was really young, and I don't remember seeing them in theaters, at least the second one. I definitely saw the third one in theaters, I remember that, and that was actually pretty good, but this one is phenomenal. The action is great, the characters are really well written. It's a Marvel movie, so we're only expecting the best, and they definitely did deliver. The last couple of Spider-Man movies were okay, but they could have been better. Like, it's nice, seeing the character come up and do his thing, see his origin stories, but there's only so many times you can tell the same story over and over again. That's the same thing with Batman. The Batman movies. We know how Batman started. We know his parents got killed. You don't need to show at the beginning of the movie. I'm looking at you, Batman versus Superman. But other than that, a little tirade on the older movies. It felt really grounded in a way. Like, it was really set in the world that it was trying to create. Like, everything felt so real. Like, it felt like, yes, if Spider-Man and all this other supervillains, superheroes were in this world, in the real world, this is how it would go down. Like, this little normal interactions would be happening. Basically, this Spider-Man movie is a superhero action comedy than just a superhero movie. Like, it's so hilarious. Like, even when I think it's not trying to be, or it is trying to be, like, it completely pulls off the comedy aspect and the superhero aspect, which was really surprising me. It shot for the moon and it landed. It didn't even land on the moon. It landed on the moon, then it went to Mars. Basically, that's how great it is. And that's really something they should be proud of. And the casting was phenomenal. Everybody really lived up to their expectations. Like, the trailers gave us just enough to keep us. I stayed with it, and I tried to stay far away from trailers, because sometimes trailers give out way too much, and even Marvel's sometimes does that, slips up, or might even slip out one day and just give out a little too much. But so I try to stay away from trailers if I've only seen one or two. I'm really looking forward to seeing a movie, because sometimes trailers just go way overboard with what they really put out there. But casting was great, and basically Flash is in there, of course, and I don't know how fans are gonna be about this, because this is the one we got in the Tobey Maguire ones, and then this is the one we got in this one. And I'm not trying to whole race thing. I really don't care. As long as you write the character the way the character is supposed to be written, then I have no problem with it. But it just felt weird that Flash was basically this. He was a lot more, like, he acted like a jerk, but it was just like, it wasn't like the Flash I was expecting from the movie. I don't even remember the trailers I saw showing Flash, so maybe this is just new to me and old to everybody else, but it was just a little weird to me. Everybody else was phenomenal. Even Zendaya. Zendaya was amazing. She was one of the funniest parts of this movie. And Tom Holland was a phenomenal Spider-Man. I think he really reached for the stars and he grabbed them. He pulled them down, and he said, "You know what? Let me put you in my pocket just so I can have you around for a little bit." So basically, Tom Holland was a phenomenal Spider-Man. He amazed me at every turn. Phenomenal acting, and he is actually from somewhere in the UK. And geez, we are getting so many actors from the UK come in here and just shoot phenomenal. So I mean, I'm not disagreeing with any of the choices, but just surprises me. And Michael Keaton as the main protagonist, not protagonist, antagonist in this Spider-Man movie was really good, and I like how they kind of wrap up their story and like kind of not a neat bow, but a bow that's kind of loosened up to where it can pull, and Spider-Man's gonna have to tie it up again. So the dude who played his friend, Jacob Bolton, he is a good actor. He did a really good job of portraying the best friend in just funny and quirky way. And they didn't make this movie stupid where it's just like, oh, they have a falling out or something like that. Like, he completely understood when something goes down and it comes between them, and he's just like, oh, you're doing that? I understand. Like, it was no like fuss or anything like that. And it really like showed a good friendship between them. And the end credit scenes were hilarious. There are two end credit scenes, so don't forget to check those out. The portrayal of a gangbanger or a random side character you want to say by Donald Glover, a guy who was campaigning since his early career, the internet campaign for him to be the Black Spider-Man or just Spider-Man in general. He was in there and he was hilarious. Like, he just acted his normal like kind of chill self, like his self from Atlanta. Like, if his character from Atlanta got dropped into the MCU, he acted like that, and it was awesome. So Tom Holland was awesome. Jacob Bolton was awesome. Tom Holland was awesome. Donald Glover was awesome. Childish Gambino was awesome. And Zendaya was awesome. Basically, the whole cast was awesome. The dude who played Happy was awesome. And Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. was awesome. And he did not steal the show from Spider-Man. I liked how they worked him in there, and they keep him at a distance enough to where it felt like he was there, but he wasn't there. But you knew he was just lurking in the shadows, and he could have helped at any time. But this was more of a Spider-Man story, so I liked it, and I would like more of, hey, the Avengers are out there, just like, why aren't they stopping this? But in terms of Spider-Man stuff and this didn't really need the Avengers. It just needed an Avenger. This movie felt really like it really earned its PG-13 rating, and it did not go overboard or anything like that. There was some pretty funny jokes in there with trying to keep it PG-13, and I think it succeeded. And I think Marvel's really starting to try to push the boundaries of their PG-13 movies, because I don't know, there's like a few things that they're like, I'm like, that's interesting that you did that. Like, this is PG-13, a lot of kids, but I think the Deadpool movie and then the Wolverine movie, Logan, that came out earlier this year and one last year, but I think those really helped really kind of push forward the whole boundaries of what you can put in a comic book movie and what you can't, and it just made the movie shine so much more than it really could have if they didn't do the things that they did. I'm trying to refrain from spoiling you guys, because this movie is something you have to see. Like, it is something that I highly recommend you go out there. I may even go see it a second time, and I'm definitely getting this on Blu-ray because I want to see Spider-Man swinging in my room. That didn't sound right, but I hope it came out right on my point got across. But seriously, guys, this is a great movie. There are a lot of similarities to the old Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire and this new one. Like, there's like not just the boat scene, because the boat scene is similar, I think, to the train scene, and maybe the bridge scene to those Spider-Man, but there's a lot of similarities, and it's really good where these similarities are like coming from. And it's like the best parts of the Tobey Maguire movies. And I know people like to hate on that one scene where he's dancing in the street to that song because he got the black suit, but I think that is one of the best scenes of the series, of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy. So basically, this entire movie is phenomenal. Phenomenal. I can't count how many times I've said phenomenal in this mini review, but basically go out, see it. Similarities from the good Spider-Man movies. I mean, they're all good, but my favorite Spider-Man movies, there's some really good similarities, and they pull some stuff out of those movies and put them in here, and it works so well, and it's just phenomenal. There I go again with that word, but again, thank you guys for watching this review, and I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10, and we're gonna come up with our own rating system for this. I'm out. Your boy graduated. So yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next video.